How's it going, YouTube? And welcome back to the grid. And I'm your host, Cardfight Grid. And today we have another budget deck profile for you guys. Today I'm going to bring you 4-color DNA. And these decks are also, just to clarify, these budget decks are made for newcomers and people that don't really want to break the bank. These are the perfect videos for you. And I'll go over the price of each card and then the total of each deck. And most part, I try and keep these budget decks underneath $60. I try to keep them 50, but it's a little bit harder. But saying that, let's begin. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with our Digitama. We're gonna play one Wargreymon. Wargreymon lets you, when attacking once per turn, if you have 3 or fewer security, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 1000 DP. It's cheap. It's 19 cents actually, and we only play one of it just because the main one that it also functions well with the deck on what we want to do as well. But the main one we want to go into is actually for Upamon. Upamon has an inherent skill that says when attacking once per turn, if you have 3 or fewer security, you can go ahead and draw a card. And in this deck, it draws like crazy, so it's really good. This and coherence with one of our level 3s really starts us to have a little draw engine going, which is awesome. And that's why we play 4 of him. He's sitting around $1.25 right now. So we play 4. And then for our level 3s, we're going to start off with 2 Cutemons. Hybrid's still rolling around, so that's why I decided to run 2 Cutemons, because yellow hybrid's always there. Blue hybrid is making more of a resurgence now, and also red hybrid as well. So with those level 5s that come out for 1 Digicost, yeah, it feels good to stop those and not letting them have those running around like Jet Sophie for 1 or Aldemon for 1. So we run 2 of them, and they actually go for 14 cents a piece right now. And we also run 4 Armadillomon. Now, Armadillomon has a on-play skill that says reveal the top 4 cards of your deck and reveal a 2-color yellow card and add it to your hand, or 2-color yellow Digimon card and add it to your hand, which is really awesome. In this deck, we run a bunch of 2-color yellow cards, so it functions really well with this deck. It's also just really nice to have certain level 3s that have on-play skills, so he really helps out a lot with that. And right now he's going for 10 cents each, and we run 4 of those. And then we run 4 Solomon from EX01 that has the inherent skill when attacking once per turn. If you have 3 or more security, draw a card. Now, like I was saying, Upamon goes really good with one of our level 3s. Well, this is it actually. So if you're at 3 security exactly, when you're attacking with a Digimon that has this and Upamon underneath it, you actually get 2 draws, which feels really nice. And yeah, it's just you start drawing like crazy. This deck really likes to draw and search a lot, and this actually contributes a lot to it. So we run 4 of them, and they're actually going for 6 cents each. And then we also run 4 Salomon from Structure Deck 10 or Star Deck 10 with the inherit skill that says at the end of your turn you can go ahead and DNA Digivolve with one of your other Digimon. This is really good. This is what the deck wants to do, is DNA Digivolve a lot. So this contributes a lot to it. And we run 4 of those. And if you bought the structure decks if you bought the structures, you don't have to worry about the price, of course, but the price, I believe they're going around 10 cents each right now. We run 4 of those. And then we also run 1 Black Automon. She's going around for 24 cents each right now, and she's just there for the retaliation, the rush. It's just really nice to have 1 of it, because the retaliation is just nice against Digimon that try to attack into your Digimon, and the rush is also nice just to if you have a bunch of memory and you just want to just play her down for 5, I'll say go for it just to get that swing in. It's kind of like having the Bushy Agumon kind of thing going on. But when you play one of those, and then we also played 2 Dino Homon. I don't know how to pronounce this card, sorry. But we run 2 of him. He's a black red or red yellow level 4. So he's searchable off of Armadillomon, and so is the Black Automon. And he has an inherit skill that says one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 1000 DP for the turn. It's not once per turn, which is nice. And in this deck, we really want to function with yellow, blue, and red, and so this contributes a lot to it. And right now, I believe they're sitting at 10 cents a piece. So we run 2 of those, and then we run 2 Ankylomon. Ankylomon has a on play, or has the skill where we can go ahead and play him down for 4, but then his play cost is reduced by 1 if we have I believe a blue Digimon. Yes, if we have a reduce the cost. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. If we have a blue Digimon in play, which is really nice. And he has an inheritable skill that says when attacking, if you have a blue Digimon in play, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP for the turn, which is not once per turn as well, and it's really nice. Let's see, and Ankylomon going for I believe 9 cents right now, and we run 2 of it. And then we also run 2 Rapidmon. Rapidmon's a much more pricier card, sitting around $10.49, and it has a Armor Purge effect, and also it has when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon for each tamer you control that you have, and then up to 3 of your opponent's suspended Digimon gets minus 5000 DP. So it's a Digivolve for 4, which is a lot, but if you have a Kari and a Cody, you're fine. But it is a problem solver to a lot of things. Anything that's 11,000 you can get rid of, and yeah, you use Suicide, but you also keep your level 3 just because of the Armor Purge. And then if you have a Cody in play, anything that's like 12 and less, your Rapidmon's going to survive. So it's actually really nice because you minus DP by 7. So yeah, and then if it's 13, yeah, Suicide again, but of course you're going to save your level 3. So we run 2 of it for right now. Very good card. And we run 4 Ankylomon, or 3 Ankylomon. I don't know why I always say 4. We run 3 Ankylomon, which has a on-play skill that its play cost is reduced by 1 if we have a yellow Digimon in play, so it essentially is 3. And it has an inherit skill that says when attacking, if you have a yellow Digimon in play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5000 DP or less, which is really good to get rid of all their level 3s. Feels really good, and 5000 is actually pretty decent. And Ankylomon is standing at about 10 cents right now. So, and we run 3 of them. And then for our last level 4, we run Angemon. Angemon is standing at 10 cents as well. And we run 4 of it, mostly for the recovery effect. The inheritable effect is good as well, but the recovery on if you have 3 or less security on when you Digivolve on top of it is really good. And then also just the inheritable is pretty good if you don't have too much removal right now, but usually you do with this deck that you can go ahead and return a level 3 that your opponent controls to their hand. It's pretty good. So we run 4 of those to contribute to the blue and the level 4 lineup. So we run, for our level 5s, we run 2 Shakomon. Shakomon's sitting around 25 cents each right now. We only run 2 just because we only run 2 Angemon. And this deck searches a lot and draws a lot, so you will find them. And it goes really good for a our Imperial matchup actually. Does DNA Digivolve when he Digivolves, you go ahead and recover one, but if you DNA Digivolve, you can go ahead and return one of your opponent's Digimon to the hand that's levels equal to our security, and inheritable effect minus 3000 DP on attack one of your opponent's Digimon, not once per turn. Then we run 3 Selfiemon. I love the number 4. Alright, we run 3 Selfiemon that has DNA Digivolve. When Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 5000 DP for the turn, and if you DNA Digivolve into it, you can go ahead and delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5000 DP or less. Has the inheritable skill when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5000 DP or less. So the same for like Aquilamon. If you haven't noticed, Shakomon and Selfiemon have same inheritables as Aquilamon and Aquilamon and Kilomon. Sorry. So if you haven't noticed, they both have the same effects as Aquilamon and Kilomon, and just without the restrictions on their heritable skills. And we go ahead and run 3 of him, and his price is going for 10 cents right now, which is not bad. And then for our level 6s, we play 1 of Wanimon Fall Down Mode, which is sitting at $5 right now. It's a little bit pricey, but it's worth it. So it has a when Digivolving effect. If you control if it has a yellow Digimon in its Digi-evolutions, you can go ahead and recover one. If it has a purple one, you can go ahead and delete one of your opponent's level 4 or less. And then it has an on deletion effect that you can play a level 4 or a level 4 yellow or purple Digimon from your trash without paying its call cost, which is really nice. So it just keeps it just always has you having board presence, which is really important in this deck. And it's a dual color card too, so it works with Cody. Yeah, really good card. And you can go ahead and if you swing with it, and then it ends up being deleted in security, in your opponent's security, you can go ahead and bring out Black Gatomon if you have it in your trash, and then continue the aggression, which is really nice. And then for our last level 6, we run 2 Wargreymon. Now Wargreymon has when attacking once per turn, you may add the top card of your security to your hand, and if you do, unsuspend this Digimon, and one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6000 DP for the turn. So whenever I referenced the inheritable skills on certain Digimon and I said it's not once per turn, this is the reason why. Just because you can go ahead and swing, get the inheritable skills off, and then restand and go ahead and swing again. So and swing again and proc off those same inherits off, which is really nice. And then also goes really good with our Salamon Upamon lineup. So yeah, we run 3 of these. This is our main aggression in the deck. Yeah, just to restand and keep on swinging, which is really nice. You clear off boards when this comes down though, for sure. And you run 2 of those, and they're sitting at, I believe, $2.05 each. That's it. And for options, we're running 1 reinforced memory boost. We would run more if we could, but we're only allowed 1. And then also it's sitting around 20 cents right now. Just a really good card. Check the top 2 cards, add 1 to hand, 1 to security. It has a delay to give you 3 memory. Solid card. We run 1. And then for our other options, we run 2 Wyvern's Breath. Sometimes we just need an option card just to get rid of big threats or just annoying threats. And Wyvern Breath allows us to do that. For 8 memory, we can go ahead and delete or minus 15,000 DP one of our opponent's Digimon. And it's really nice when they check in security because the security effect is the main effect. And these are sitting around $1.14 a piece. So we run 2 of those. And then for our next option, we run 3 yellow memory boosts. These are really good, really essential for our deck, just because everything on our deck is, I believe, is yellow except for the Inquilimons. Besides that, it's yeah, it searches out everything in our deck, which is really nice. Yeah, memory boosts are just really good right now, and they always been good, to be honest. These are sitting at, I believe, a price $1.93 each. We run 3 of them. These are very essential in the deck, in my opinion. These and the Armadillo monster really do contribute a lot to the searching. And for our option, for our teams, we run 4 Karis. Kari is probably the best budget memory tamer that Yellow has right now, and we do recover, so its second skill does contribute a lot. It's a set to 3 tamer that also has, on your turn, when you would put a card into your security, you can go ahead and suspend this tamer to go ahead and gain 1 memory. For a bit, it's running at 89 cents each right now, and so yeah. And then we run 4 Codys. The deck's all yellow except for Inquilimon, so it helps out a lot, and the majority of our cards are dual colors, so we can proc off that second effect to minus 2000 DP one of our opponent's Digimon when one of our dual colors attacks. And he's sitting at 30 cents a piece right now, and yeah, we play 4 of it. It contributes a lot, it's really good. And that is the deck, and the deck total right now is sitting at $47.09, so less than 60, which is really nice, less than 50, which is even better. And for upgrades, I would probably go with for upgrades, you can go ahead and get more Rapidmons. 1 more Rapidmon would be really helpful, or TKs instead of Karis. Helps out too. TKs are just a lot better, just because we do recover, so we can look at our security and see what we need from there. TK and Kari, the tamer, helps out a lot too. Cupidmon, just for the 1 Coralmon, you can take out and you can pick Cupidmon instead, and it can synergize with our deck a little bit more, especially with the draw. Also, a Fonimon fall down mode can help out too. Just getting more of those does help out a lot, just whenever she gets removed. Keeping board presence is really great. Maybe 1 more Wargrey if you would like. A 2 is actually help, like it's actually really fine with me. I'm actually fine with the 2, but I know some people might prefer the 3rd one. And then Potamon from Structure Deck 3, the one with the inheritable skill that says when one of your opponent's Digimon DP reaches 0 because you decreased it, gain a memory. That goes really well in this deck as well. So those are cards that you can run. If you do get the Potamons, I would advise taking out maybe some Armadillo and some Salamon, or actually I would advise taking out the Salamon from Structure Deck 10, from Starter Deck 10. I would not take out the Salamon from EXO 1. It actually puts in a lot of work. Your good matchups, your good matchups, I would say, is Imperial Dramon, believe it or not. It's just, you just have so much removal, so I can show you guys right now. If you go ahead and go into let's see this right now, Aquilamon and Angemon. Let's get those 2. And Aquilamon. So let's go ahead and say your opponent ends up you're gonna have 3 memory first. You're gonna have you need like a Kari out or a Cody, to be honest. Either one works, because at the end of our opponent's play, they will give us a good chunk of memory, more than 1 for sure. So let's say you have Angemon in the back with a it doesn't even matter about the inheritables, to be honest, but we have it in raising. Our opponent goes ahead and has their turn. They promote a Xvmon, swing with jamming, go ahead and takes away one of our security. Then they go ahead and play Stingmon for 3, and then they go ahead and DNA Digivolve into Imperial Dramon, swing again with jamming. They're going to swing twice with jamming, so 3 of our securities are taken away. And then they go into Dragon mode, so by that time they'll probably have only 3 memory to work with. They play out the Stingmon, they go to 0, play Dragon mode, and they might have a Hammer Spark or 2 if they want to play those. And so let's just say worst case scenario, they play 2 Hammer Sparks and then they play the Dragon mode, so they set us to 2, and we just have the Cody out. And they already taken away 3 of our security, which hurts a lot, but it's not nothing that we can't deal with. But so we go ahead and on our turn, so on their turn, Dragon mode comes out, it's rested, and then they also have a, let's say, a Vmon and a Stingmon out from the evolutions of Dragon mode. You go ahead and promote the Angemon, and then you promote the Angemon. We're at 2 memory. Now we're at 3 at the start of main phase because of Cody. Go ahead and play Quillamon. We're at 0 now. And then we DNA Digivolve into Selfimon, and so we now recover 1. So instead of 2 security, now we're back to 3, and then we can go ahead and start ripping apart our opponent's board. We minus 5,000 DP their Dragon mode, which I believe it's 12. So now we minus it's 7,000. We can swing into it and destroy it. So now we go ahead and swing into their Dragon mode, and then AK to their 7k. We run it over, and then on attack we can go ahead and use Quillamon's Inheritable to go ahead and pop the Stingmon. And then if we need to, we can use Angemon's Inheritable to return the Vmon, or we can just use the Cody to minus 2,000 DP and get rid of it. So it's very good, very functional. Yes, they have 3 security still, but they have no follow-up plays since they actually promoted that last turn, and their board is clear now. So we cleared off their board, and we still have we can still play something that's like a 3 cost or less to, if they have a Davis out, to keep them at 3. Or we can just DNA, or we can just Digivolve into a Fawnimon Fall Down mode or a Wargreymon. So yeah, really good. We're back at 3 security, and we just took care of the board. It's really nice. Like I said, Imperial Dramon's good, is a good matchup. What else is it? Black Wargreymon's a good matchup. And also bad matchups. I think Blue Hybrid is a pretty bad matchup for us, just because we rely so much on our inheritables. So they just rip our sources apart. So it is kind of rough right there in that area. But also but this deck is not so bad whatsoever. It's actually really good. It's really fun. I play with my friends all the time, and I've gone through so many matchups with other decks, and it gives me a good 50-50 ratio with a lot of decks. It's a lot of board removal. So anybody that's trying swarming on you, you can go ahead and start taking care of their board right away, which is really nice with this deck. And that is it for the deck. Please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you want to see any gameplay with this deck. I'll be more than happy to make those videos, and I appreciate all your guys' support. And until I see you next time, peace.